welcome to the 12 Days of Foundation. It is day 1. If you missed my November favorites and you're like, why are you uploading a video on a Monday? I am going to be doing 12 foundation reviews in 12 days, taking us right up to Christmas Eve. And this is basically my Oily Skin Diary series, but just multiplied. I'm going to be putting on a foundation at the beginning of the day, showing you before and afters, application, flash photo test, and then of course showing you how it held up on my incredibly oily skin. As I mentioned in my November favorites, this is all inspired by my new favorite YouTuber. Her name is Taylor. I will of course link to her channel down below, but she has now twice done a 15 days of foundation. And as I mentioned in my November favorites, she has pale skin, but it is kind of like combination. But she's just one of those people that like I'll watch anything that she puts up. Like she'll do a pale skin video and I'll be watching it, and I obviously don't have pale skin, but she's just awesome. So, you know, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and this is just such a cool series, and I thought that you guys would really enjoy it. So, you know, buckle up. You're going to be looking at my face for the next 12 days. Today we're going to be testing out a new Maybelline foundation that should be hitting the shelves either this month or next. So let's get started. Today it is all about the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. It says it is a fresh face liquid foundation on the go. I'm wearing mine in the shade 45 medium beige, and I'm about an NC42, NC43 for reference. I've also got the shades 40 and 55, so I'll show you swatches just in case you're near my skin tone, and that will give you a better idea of which shade to pick up, although it does give you a slight indication on the outside, but sometimes it can be hard to guess. I've actually got a few other Maybelline products here too from their spring launch, so I thought I would kind of do like a full face, or not a full face, but a first impressions video. So I've got their Colossal Big Shot Mascara, which comes in a gold tube. Always love that. Then I've got 2 of their new lipsticks, which are kind of from a nude range. Then I also have their Master Strobing Liquid, which I really liked the stick version of that. And then I also have over here, this is their Brow Precise Highlighter. So it's a highlighter that is specifically meant and kind of packaged to go just under your brow bone, and my brows need to be waxed, so this will come in handy today. There's 8 different shades in the range, which is slightly limited, but kind of to be expected from a cushion foundation. That being said, Maybelline always does a really good job expanding their range once they seem to kind of get a gauge and they've put a new foundation out there. They did it with the Maybelline Fit Me. More recently, they did it with the Superstay Better Skin, so that is really good to me. Like, it seems like they're listening to people and they're responding by adding more shades and making it more and more inclusive, which is something I'm always very happy to see. It'll retail anywhere in between probably $15 and $20 depending on where you live. Canada, United States, drugstores are always different, but keep an eye out for sales. The packaging is nice. As I mentioned, it gives you an indication of what the product inside actually looks like, and then it's got a very standard cushion foundation format. It comes with a sponge, which they recommend you use for application, and then you also get your kind of cushion in there, and it is quite nice and compact. You get 0.5 fluid ounces in here, which is half the size of your average foundation, but around average for a cushion foundation format. So let's go ahead and get into the application. I am going to use the cushion on one half of my face and then try out a beauty blender and maybe a brush on this side and just kind of play around. I've never used a cushion foundation before. This has claims of being luminous, so I'm a little bit nervous, but let's get started. On their website, it says the Dream Cushion Fresh Face Liquid Foundation delivers complete luminous coverage for fresh-faced perfection. Maybelline's increased color pigments to deliver complete luminous coverage for fresh-faced perfection. It recommends using a sponge applicator to press into the cushion, tap the applicator onto the forehead, nose, cheeks, and chin, and then blend all over using downward strokes in a tapping motion. I am super impressed so far. It gave beautiful coverage, definitely a medium, very, very buildable. I can see going in with a very light hand, or you can definitely build it up and it doesn't look cakey on the skin. I think it's a pretty good color match. I'm generally about a 310 or 315 in the Fit Me products, so if you're around there, I think 45 will be a good match for you. I don't think it looks super luminous on the skin, which is something that I was scared of. It definitely has a satin finish. If you have dry or normal skin, I don't think that you'll need to set this. Combination oily, you probably will need to, because I'm assuming this is going to get a little bit extra dewy throughout the day, but I'm going to go ahead and try the rest of those Maybelline products and we will see how those work, and I will also take a flash photo. Now that I have the rest of my makeup on, I love this. I'm really hoping that it holds up nicely throughout the day. It has beautiful coverage, not too matte, not too dewy, looks like skin, feels like skin. It is gorgeous, and it was really fast to apply, and I really like the way it dried down super fast too, which makes it really good for on the go. As for the rest of the Maybelline products that I tried, the under eye brow highlight was a little bit too light for my skin, but it does have a very nice consistency. Super matte, which I don't think would work for the rest of your face, but for highlighting under your brow bone, it's great. And the shape is nice, a little bit too thick. I think if you don't have a whole lot of lid space, you may have some issues with that, but the consistency and the product itself is nice. The illuminator, I'm not so sure about. It kind of just disappeared on my skin and didn't really do anything, but I also am not cream illuminator's biggest fan, so I may not be a good judge of that. As for the lipstick, love it. I'm so excited to see the rest of the line. I have the shade Brown Blush on right now, which I think is going to be super popular, but the product that I'm the most blown away by, and I'm like, you gotta go get this right now. This is the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express. Holy crap, volume. Oh my god, I don't know if I've ever used a mascara like this before. I'm gearing up to do my Best in Beauty of 2016, and I'm like, is this gonna win? Like, it just came in the last second, and it's gonna be the best mascara of 2016 because holy crap, this stuff rocks. Super impressed. We will see how it holds up throughout the day, but I generally don't have many issues with flaking, but oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I couldn't believe it when I put it on. Even the first coat, I was like, you're not playing around. Anyways, I will check back with you guys this evening and show you how this has all held up. I've got really high hopes for this foundation. I'm super impressed so far. Very late start to the day, however. It is currently 2:46, so I will be checking back in with you later this evening. I am back and in a new shirt because it is now currently 11:12, so I've had this foundation on for just over 8 hours, and I honestly don't think I've ever had a foundation look this good after 8 hours. I don't know what happened. I honestly feel like it's a fluke because it looks so good, and this foundation it claimed to be luminous, which is totally okay with me if it doesn't live up to the luminous claims, but that is something you'll need to keep in mind if you do have dry skin and if you were looking for something that was going to give you a ton of luminosity. I definitely have a little bit of glow, but that is just my natural oils coming through. My skin almost still feels a little bit tight like it does when you're wearing something matte on the skin, which is absolutely unheard of for me after such a long period of time. Everything still looks really good on my skin. My blush, bronzer is still there. Feels amazing. I could wear this for a long time, even though it's late at night. It still feels comfortable on my skin. I don't feel like I want to wash it off, but I am just going to blot and show you how it performs. I'm obviously not going to need to powder. It hasn't moved around. Doesn't look cakey. Literally, it looks amazing. Like I'm in shock. This was an absolutely amazing start to the 12 days of foundation. I highly recommend this if you have a normal, combination, or oily skin. I haven't tried out any other cushion foundations, but this has totally intrigued me. The application was beautiful. The wear time was clearly great. It looks super natural on the skin. It's something that I can see myself wearing on days when I want light makeup and I would just go in with a lighter application, or it can really be built up beautifully without caking up on the skin. So I am incredibly impressed with this foundation. Let me know if you haven't been able to find it yet. I know it is quite new, so you should start seeing it either this month or later next month, and I highly recommend that you pick it up because I'm super impressed. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the 12 days of foundation. As I mentioned, I'm going to be testing out 12 foundations over the next 12 days. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!